So I just finished at St James's, going to my meeting with Lucy, my third one so far, and things got a bit more definite today. I have just spent the last hour with being distracted by the puppy that we had in the vestry, so my mind's a bit frazzled by the dog. But I'm trying to think back to the reason I was at church, which was obviously talking to Lucy about ministry, ordination, and it was a bit more structured this time. I think she had however many things that she wanted to get through in her head. Obviously my homework was going through the selection criteria, and I think I got the impression she's going to go through that a bit more in detail with me at another point, but talked about how they've sort of vaguely made me feel and that sort of thing, and we talked a lot actually about how my state management there's a lot of stuff in there that needs that I need to reflect on what I've learned, and how I find myself a very different person outside of work, and if I want to go into ministry I have to use those ways of thinking that I have at work in my regular life. Like my mother, I always complain to my mother that I should be allowed to be different with her than anyone else, because I know that she loves me unconditionally. But that's not so true, and if I want to be a priest, people are going to have these assumptions about you, and Anyway, it was a very, very interesting meeting, and I think I'm very pleased with myself that I talked, but I listened as well, which was the main thing really, that I wanted to do well this time, was to actually listen. And she talked about ministry and what it means, and we discussed a few more practical things to do. So she's going to go away and find things in the diary for me to help with. I've already got a few things to do. One of the things is go and experience other churches and go to different services, evangelical ones and Catholic ones and that sort of thing. So that's my problem with this homework this time, is to go to services and things. So yeah, and she was saying that ultimately the next official step is being transferred to a DDO. And she was thinking, obviously, she sends me with a reference, right? So this is all sort of preparation for getting into that official process, and for her to be able to write an accurate reference. So that she's thinking of doing that about sort of January, end of January. So that's an exciting development, to have a sort of vague schedule starting to form. So yeah, all good.